What's up, Rotary Nerds? So it's kind of a fun day today here in the shop. We're kind of getting settled down from Sickweek, figuring out what we broke, all that kind of stuff. With the intercooler, finding a solution to be able to reinforce the welds on the corners here. So what I did is I went ahead and I got some angle aluminum, and I'm going to cut this into some sections here and then be able to cap off the corners of the weak points of where it could potentially break in the future, and then also just kind of see if there's any other areas to be able to improve on. Hopefully that'll be able to make it where we can hold 35 to 40 pounds of boost. Talked to Nelson, great recap with him. He said, you know what, let's just turn it up, see what happens. I'm planning on building a billet block in the future, so if this one can hold 35, 40 pounds of boost, get us into the 8s, we'll be good with that. If we break the motor, crack the iron, whatever, it is a stock S5 Turbo 2 block. It can potentially break. We don't know, but we're going to find the limits of that. One other cool thing that came when I was gone at Sickweek was these two little guys in the back right here. So these actually, this is what got me into racing and what got me into cars. So this Fast Tracks here was one of the cars that I had. It's a Tyco car. It's from back in like the 80s, 90s. I got them from a vintage guy that collects them. I just wanted them as to have some wall art of some cars that I used to have from back in the day. This one here, this heads up, the turbo heads up hopper. This one is actually my favorite car. This was my first RC car that I got back in the day. Legitimately, when I was a kid, I probably paid like $49.99 from a Radio Shack. Definitely didn't pay that now to get it, but I had to have it back. I saw it and I was just like, oh my gosh, I need that. And then the gentleman actually had this Fast Tracks as well in the background of the picture, and I was like, send them both. So I got them both. I did get some batteries, so I got some batteries for it and the chargers just to see if they work, how just to bring back the memories from when I was a kid. And then I'm gonna try to put them back, or I'm gonna try to put them up on the wall and display without breaking them. So we'll get to it. I'll throw some batteries in these guys and in the controllers, and we'll see if these things work, and we'll fix that intercooler. So stick around.
Yeah, juice. Oh, we got juice. All right. Oh, she's got power. Okay, we're good there. I put the battery in here. Let's just see. On. Oh, we got red light. All right, let's first see what we got here. Oh man, look at that. Even the head moves. Sweet. All right, so this is like I'm reliving my childhood memories right now. This is so awesome. All right, I don't know if this is a good idea or not. All right, so now we're on to the Fast Tracks. So this guy was also one of my favorite RC cars when I was a kid. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna get this thing doing some donuts. Ready? And go. Yeah! Oh my gosh. It's probably one of my favorite cars when I was a kid. Just because. Like, look at this! Yes! Cletus and his tournament really eating my heart out. Let's see you do that.
All right, well, that was a lot of fun. I did get a chance to play with both cars. It's a little snowy outside, otherwise I'd bring them outside. Don't want to get them wet or anything like that, but two incredibly fun cars. Just literally makes me relive my childhood. Absolutely couldn't be happier with these things. They're a riot. Yeah, for back in the day, those things were super dangerous. You'd break your ankle if things ran into you. and definitely unstable. So for what they are, the Tycos, like, they went out of business, so you can't get these anymore, and they're just a lot of fun. It's just a lot of laughs for myself, and just internally to relive that moment. Super cool. So I'll leave those guys up on the display shelf for now, but let's get to fixing the intercooler, our main issue of the day. So we're back on the intercooler now. I've already grinded off pretty much all of the weld from where it actually cracked on the intercooler. And we're just gonna clean this up. I'm gonna pretty much just use a soft melt to get the aluminum back in the same form, shape that it was before it cracked, so that it can be re-welded, and we'll just clean up that area. As well as I'm making a couple of these aluminum tabs, kind of like bending them and flattening them to fit each of the corners that were originally welded to be able to make straps that go through. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. And hopefully we're gonna make it that much stronger to be able to hold all that boost. So check it out.
So as you can see, all the weld is already all grinded off. It looks like it's been cracked. The crack actually follows up to about here on there. So I just took all the material so that this can all be re-welded. And then the crack goes to about right here on the aluminum as well. So I grinded that all off, and then all this can be re-welded. But as you can see, it's not really square anymore. It's got a bulge out. So I'm just gonna take this nice little soft mallet here, probably this end first, just to try to see if I can finesse this in, flatten this out, and then also the top side kind of bulged out as well. So we wanna be able to make this as uniform as possible so that I can use this, and this is kind of the angle that it's at. But as we kind of hammer this in a little bit, finesse this on the top, this will probably fit perfect there with the little bit of angle bend that's on it, because this isn't 100% square. It's actually, if you look at it, it's kind of angled off of where the turbo is. So we'll get that as perfect of shape as we possibly can to make it that these can be welded on in place over here to strap this together so that it won't blow out again. So we'll keep at it. All right, so I got the section that was cracked nice and flush now, so this can all be re-welded. And then this guy will be our cap. Now, this is kind of at an angle here, but we're basically going to weld this plate on here on both sides to basically cap this off, and it will strap this intercooler from basically exploding again. So we're going to do that for this section on the bottom, or actually this is the top side. So we're going to do it on the top here, and then we'll see if there's anything else on this section that we'll need to do. But basically just these 4 points here really need it. And then hopefully that'll hold the boost that we need, and we'll see from there what else is going to blow up. So we will get to it, and then Josh is going to weld this guy up.
I'm in a dungeon right now with Josh. So he has this little shop here that we are fixing the intercooler, because he's like, you know what, I don't really need your shop at your house. Why do I care if you have heat there? You know what I mean? In the middle of winter in Minnesota, who needs that? You know what I mean? We'd rather do it in our beanies and snow pants. So anyways, Josh is actually going through, running some beads. He fixed the actual intercooler where it was cracked before, and now he's got the angle aluminum that I brought, and he cut it all up, getting everything kind of fixed up, as you can see here. And we will continue to go through and cap this thing off, make some straps on the side. As you guys can see him welding, I'm gonna videotape that so you can see the amazing work that he does. Right, Josh? Exactly. There you go. All right, buddy, let's do it. Alright, we're on to like hour 9. Josh is sitting here trying to heat the fucker up. Look at that. This is what it's been. For I don't know how long. Just heating it up. 110 welder on, what is this? The 5th or 6th strap that we've done. But check this out. This is actually really good.
So everything's looking super nice all along. Look at that. Got everything. Maybe a little oopsie there. We fixed it. Either way. Couple more to go. This thing will be done. How do you feel about it, Josh?
Great. Never gonna break again.
Ready for 50 pounds of boost, right?
Yep.
50. Can we make 50 pounds? I think we could.
You're gonna make a 7.
A 7-second pass, doubtful. But who knows? There's other things in the works as to different transmission, different rear end. Will it go 7s? Maybe one day. But for now, let's just get this fixed out and let him get to it. All right, everything's welded out, good to go. This thing looks absolutely amazing. We'll just go to the bottom there. But Josh has to go, he's gotta get inside. I'm heading back to the compound, getting out of the garage. It's freezing cold in here. Josh is ready to go inside, go get something to eat. So we're out and we're back at the garage. So we have everything welded on the intercooler. This thing's looking awesome. It might be even hard to see how shiny this guy is, but definitely with these reinforcement straps that go on all the corners so that we now have just very, very rigid ends on the end tanks. So all these are nicely reinforced, even through some straps down on the bottom of the other side of the intercooler for both ends there as well. So everything there is looking nice and clean. Should be able to handle tons of boost. So let's get this guy back on the car and we can finish out this video with a nice little startup. Well, we got the intercooler all back in the car. Everything looks good. Nothing really warped or did anything funny with the heat from welding in the straps. So all well there. Just kind of take a look to see now that the intercooler is back in the car, you can kind of see where the reinforcements really help out in being able to make sure that we don't blow out any more end tanks on the intercooler. So let's take a look at that real quick. Really the big thing that is different here is obviously these straps that we have kind of going across. This is just to be able to reinforce where the welds are, especially coming off the turbo side, making sure that there's nothing where that can expand and then blow out any of the seams that are, you know, top and bottom, as well as on the backside here, and then also on the bottom down here. So we also have a strap there. So basically just kind of reinforcing everything. It looks super good, so happy with how it turned out. Let's get to starting this guy. Haven't heard it run in a while. Can't wait to hear it start up again. Now we have everything back together. No boost leaks. Well, I haven't been in this seat in quite some time. It has been at least, 2 weeks almost now. Haven't heard this puppy run in a while. Oh man, kind of excited. All right, let's check her out. Some fuel pressure. What a success. The intercooler's fixed, ready to make some boost, make some sweet passes with this thing as we get to testing, hopefully in May. Our first event's going to be in June, so we definitely want to be able to do some testing prior to that, as well as we're going to be in a car show. So we will be down at the deck
March 19th and 20th here in Duluth, Minnesota. Motorhead Madness hasn't happened in a couple of years, but they got some new people that are running it. They're getting it back in action, so we want to be a part of that. The car will be on display as how it was on Sickweek in Sickweek style, so we will have a booth with some content. Love to meet you guys. Also, just to hang out, have a couple soda pops, and just a good time. So if you can, make it down there. As well, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe. Hopefully you guys find these videos entertaining and are able to just enjoy the journey with myself as we transform this car into a monster and dominate that stick shift class here coming up in the 2020 season. So appreciate you guys. Check you rotary nerds later.